David is the second king over Israel. He reigned 7 years and 6 months down in Hebron, and then he decided to move here to Jerusalem to conquer the Jebusites. Let's read about it from 2 Samuel chapter 5, beginning at verse 1. Then all the tribes of Israel came to David at Hebron and spoke, saying, "Indeed, we are your bone and your flesh. Also in times past, when Saul was king over us, you were the one who led Israel out and brought them in. And the Lord said to you, you shall shepherd my people Israel, and be ruler over Israel." Therefore all the elders of Israel came to the king at Hebron, and King David made a covenant with them at Hebron before the Lord, and they anointed David king over Israel. David was 30 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 40 years. In Hebron he reigned over Judah 7 years and 6 months, and in Jerusalem he reigned 33 years over all Israel and Judah. And the king and his men went to Jerusalem against the Jebusites, the inhabitants of the land, who spoke to David, saying, "You shall not come in here, but the blind and the lame will repel you," thinking, "David cannot come in here." Nevertheless, David took the stronghold of Zion, that is, the city of David. Now David said on that day, "Whoever climbs up by the way of the water shaft and defeats the Jebusites, the lame and the blind who are hated by David's soul, he shall be chief and captain. Therefore they say, the blind and the lame shall not come into the house." Then David dwelt in the stronghold and called it the city of David. And David built all around the Millo and inward. So David went on and became great, and the Lord of hosts was with him. And now here is Ari Bar David to tell us more about this incident in the life of King David.
So we are standing now actually on the city of David. Up to the right, the walls of the city. Down to the left, the deep Kidron Valley. The people that came with David went down in the valley, and they looked up to the walls, and it looked really frightening. And not only this, who were there on the walls? There were all the blind people, the miserable people. They protected the wall of the city, and they were joking and mocking David. Try to come here, try to conquer these people. You cannot do it even against the blind people, against the lepers. Now look what happened here. David saw them up on the walls, all these people that standing, the blind, saying, "Come, come, try to conquer this place." They were so much, they were trusting these walls of the city that they joked and mocked the people of David. And David hated this idea. He hated them. He didn't hate the blind people. He hated the idea that people that are blind are using their blindness in order to make a kind of a magic curse of the Israelis. And that's why he said, those who want to conquer the walls of the city should go through the dark place, through the water system, through the water shaft. And for many years people could not understand these verses. What is the meaning when it's written that David hated? Look again what he says. David hated the blind man and the lame. And again it's written, he hated the blind man and the lame. And people didn't understand how it can be. Some say Jesus loved them and David hated them. No. Actually, we have to understand that the story was totally different. And now in our days, we know exactly what happened here. And we know it after we found more than 20,000 pieces in Hattusha, the capital of the Hittites. And in this cuneiform, we found a lot of material about how the Hittites were protecting their cities against their enemies. And what we read there, that they told the blind and the lame to go up on the roof, to stand there on the walls and make a magic, put magic powers on the soldiers that are surrounding the place. And we can understand, you can be very mighty, strong, brave soldier, but once you stand and you see blind people are cursing you, telling you that our blindness will fall on you if you try to come. Wow, even the most strong man is afraid of this. And that's what happened with the people of David. We can imagine some of his mighty people, when they saw these blind people, say, oh no, David, I don't mind to fight with swords, with spear, but not against this. Please, this is not for us. And again, that's why David said, the one that wants to conquer the city will go through the dark place, not looking on these people, but go through the water shaft. So they did it, they conquered the city, and this is from now on called the city of David. And up there, on the same place that the Jebusite made their stronghold, David built his own stronghold, and he called it the Metsudah. Metsudah. Again, in Hebrew, Metsudah is the stronghold. All what will happen later from this place, we will see in the following meetings.